A poor miller's daughter stood where flower met shadow. Her hands knew only grain, never gold. Her father's foolish words had already left his mouth, and the world had already begun to change. The king's hall swallowed her whole. She was small. He was certain. A command was given that no one could fulfill. She walked toward an impossible night. The tower room held nothing but straw and silence. The spinning wheels waited like patient judges. She sat among them and let herself break. No one was coming, or so she thought. The shadows moved before he did. He was small, but the room felt smaller when he entered. His eyes held old secrets and older bargains. He said he could help. He meant it. Mostly. His hands moved the way water moves downhill. The straw did not resist. It simply became. Thread by thread, gold replaced nothing. By midnight, the room was breathing differently. She unclasped the necklace without looking at him. It was a small thing to give. He took it like a man who had taken many small things. And she told herself this was the last time. Morning came, and the gold came with it. Every corner glowed. Every spool shone. She stood in the middle of a miracle she did not make. The king saw it and wanted more. The second room was an insult. More straw. More wheels. More silence. The walls were further away this time. And so was any hope she had left. He came again like he had never left. This time she gave him the ring from her finger. He took it with the same quiet certainty. And the spinning began again in the dark. The third room had no end she could see. Straw from wall to wall. Floor to ceiling. A king's greed made visible in a single room. She stood at the center of it and felt nothing. He said he had one more price. She did not have a child yet. She told herself that was almost like saying no. She said yes. The wheel began to turn. Dawn broke over a hall made entirely of gold. She should have felt victorious. Instead, she felt the weight of a promise she had made to a creature whose name she did not know. The king placed a ring on her finger. She accepted it the way you accept fate. The castle became her home. And for a time, she let herself forget. The child arrived, and the world rearranged itself. He was small and warm and entirely hers. She held him in the candlelight and felt complete. The dark bargain slept quietly inside her. He came back the way debts always do, without warning, without apology. She looked at her son, then at the creature. The room was very cold. She offered him everything the palace contained. He looked past all of it. Wealth means nothing to a man who wants something else. He wanted what she could not replace. Then she made one more bargain. 3 nights. 3 chances. 1 name. He agreed with something behind his eyes she could not read. She told herself she would find it. She read every name she had ever heard. Common ones. Forgotten ones. Strange ones. He shook his head each time. The first night ended without an answer. The second night went the same way. More names. More silence. More refusals. But something had shifted in him. He was almost nervous. Almost afraid. Her servant walked into a forest that wanted to stay dark. A small light burned ahead between the trees. From inside came a voice, singing to no one. The servant stood very still and listened. The creature danced alone beside his fire. He sang his name into the empty room, the way lonely people speak to walls. The servant heard everything and said nothing yet. The third night arrived like a held breath. She sat across from him and made herself still. He was confident. She let him be. One name was waiting inside her mouth. She said it quietly. Rumpelstiltskin. The word landed like a stone in still water. His face told her everything she needed to know. The rage that came out of him was ancient. He stamped. He shook. He cracked the floor beneath his feet. It was not anger at her. It was grief at being finally, completely known. He went into the earth the way secrets do, slowly. Then, all at once, the room went quiet. The child slept on, undisturbed. She held her son in the golden evening light. The kingdom was safe. The bargain was gone. But she thought sometimes of a creature alone by his fire, singing a name that no one else would ever say again.